You know, wrestling fans, this makes about my third time trying to do this. Third time. You know, originally I was just going to come on here and rant about really a show that I've been watching since 1993. Rant about something that I've been watching for 32 years now. My dad, my family, ever since prime time wrestling, ever since I was little, has been sitting me down, had set me down back then, and I've watched prime time wrestling, and when Raw started, I've been watching it ever since. And I can tell you that right now, WWE on Monday nights and on Friday nights, this is one of its weakest states. It is in one of its weakest states. And I thought, at first, I was just going to come on here, rip it to shreds. It drew one of, if not the worst, ratings in Monday Night Raw history last night. Now, then I thought to myself, why rip it to shreds? Seriously, why? It can't get much worse. Why don't we just throw some ideas to try to make it a little bit better? Why don't we try to do that? That's what I'm going to bring to you today right here on the channel. Do something a little bit different. Before I do that though, each and every one of you, become a subscriber today. Make sure you do that. Make sure you hit a like, and make sure you leave me a comment down below. And go back and watch anything that you have missed on the channel. In the description, click on my hashtag. Takes you to a lot of videos that I have done in the past. It's a treat. Go and watch them. Now, wrestling fans, let's dive into some of the ideas, some of the things that I have come up with that very well might help the show hopefully get back on track. Will they happen? Who knows? They might. Remains to be seen. Let's dive into it. First and foremost, WWE needs believable challengers. I think everybody would agree with that. You know, right now we are seeing Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre at Money in the Bank. Yeah, believable challenger, right? Seth Rollins is a believable challenger. But what happens after Seth Rollins? What happens after Seth Rollins? It looks like we're going to see the modern day Raja, Jinder Mahal. Is he a believable #1 contender for the WWE Championship? Y'all let me know in the comments below. But I have a good idea what you're going to say. No. Why? Because Jinder Mahal took the WWE title when it was over on SmackDown, and it floundered. The United States Championship was more important than the WWE title when he was champion. The title was meaningless, and SmackDown sucked. Now, what WWE could have done is built up Andrade, Angel Garza, and Austin Theory. You are using that stable enough that they could have been built up to an awesome force. Don't just stick them out there to be WWE's resident faction jobbers. I mean, since WrestleMania, you've been using them, but have they been used for anything but being a jobber to Drew McIntyre and now, recently, Apollo Crews, Rey Mysterio, and Aleister Black? No. Nothing at all. Loss after loss after loss after loss after loss. And almost lost the United States Championship to Apollo Crews. Now, I know I absolutely just ripped to shreds last night. Apollo Crews getting an opportunity for the United States Championship. We talk about having believable champions. I would have nothing wrong. I would have nothing against Apollo Crews getting an opportunity for the United States Championship if he would have actually gotten built up for the U.S. title. You can't have him win a couple championships, a couple matches, and then expect us to believe that he is United States Championship material. You want to throw him in the Money in the Bank ladder match just to throw somebody in different that we haven't seen recently? That's one thing. We know he's not going to win it, but it's okay. Whatever. Someone different. We all know it's probably going to be Aleister Black or King Corbin. Please, Aleister Black. But have to wait and see what happens. Another thing WWE can do is utilize their tag team division in a good way. Now I know we're seeing the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits next week on Monday Night Raw. Good job. What we don't need to see anymore is the Viking Raiders in their wrestling attire eating chicken legs, pretending to sing in Ride Along. Now, right now, you could have, I don't know, AJ Styles, somebody like that. Well, not AJ Styles because he just got buried by The Undertaker. But you could have somebody that is really popular with the fans and Ride Along doing something, asking how they're doing, not singing. That would be okay if you want to keep them off TV and only doing something on the screen. You don't have to have two competitors singing in chicken wings. That's just me. And they're being utilized. But what do I know? You have the United States Championship. I know I'm going back to Andrade. He was facing Drew McIntyre. What was the United States Championship doing? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What about the women's tag team titles? Why aren't they going back and forth between Raw and SmackDown? They're the Women's Tag Team Championship. Not the Raw Women's Tag titles or the SmackDown Women's Tag titles. They are called the Women's Tag Team Championship. Why don't we see the titles defended on both? That could help out. I know that the fans aren't genuinely invested in those tag team championships, but who knows? Somebody might want to see Alexa Bliss and Nikki defend those titles on Raw as well. Somebody might want to see that storyline on Raw as well. Or if you're going to have just the titles on SmackDown, maybe a little bit of cross-brand. I know somebody's going to say, well, that ruins the brand split. Well, WWE's already started ruining the brand split when they have cross-branded stuff and they have Apollo Crews come over and start wrestling on Monday Night Raw because mysteriously his contract ran out on SmackDown, so he got just poof signed by Monday Night Raw. So you tell me, okay? WWE writes their own rules each week. Maybe WWE could actually follow their rules with the matches. Keep the rules the same. For example, the triple threat rules. No disqualification, no count out, anything goes. The only rule really is you have to pin or submit the person inside the squared circle. That's the way a triple threat match always worked. Unless they said that a triple threat matchup was a false count anywhere. Didn't see that last night. WWE has to follow some type of a guideline here. Fans remember things. You're not dealing with fans that don't know what's going on. It's time to change WWE. It's time to change. I hope things get better. This is just a few of the things that I have gathered, especially since WrestleMania 36. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Subscribe. Do everything I mentioned at the beginning. It is much appreciated. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch all of you on the other side. Talk to you later.